So I've been listening to a lot of jazz musicians for the way they play on the blues over the last couple of years. And there's this thing that they do using chromaticism to get from the 1 chord to the 4 chord at the end of the first line of a 12-bar blues. And I want to show you one particular lick that does that, and then explain kind of what the logic is behind it, so you can try to find some more licks like that of your own. So first, let me just play you the lick. I'll play over the first 4 bars of a blues into the 5th bar, and it sounds like this. Okay, so the first 2 bars don't really matter. It could be anything, any kind of blues stuff. But then when you get to the 3rd bar, you're playing from the 3rd bar all the way through the 4th bar, and then resolving to the root of the 4 chord. So I'm in E flat, I'm in B flat. So the first 4 bars are going by B flat, E flat, B flat, B flat, and then landing on E flat. So the lick is going to go through 2 bars of B flat and resolve to E flat, the root of the 4 chord. So what's happening is, over B flat, we're basically thinking about a B flat Mixolydian scale, which I like to think of as just a B flat major scale, only the major 7th has been flatted or taken down a half step. So there's your scale, B flat Mixolydian. And then you can chromaticize any of the whole steps in the scale. So to chromaticize something means to put a half step in between. So if we've got root to flat 7, that's a 2 fret distance or a whole step. So we can fill that in with the chromatic step in between, which happens to be the major 7th. Here we can go from 6 to 5, we can fill that in, and then from 5 to 4, and then from 3 to 2, and then from 2 to 1. And of course all that works the next octave down. So this lick that I'm playing starts out, that's the first measure. And so I'm going from the flat 3rd to the 3rd, and then I'm connecting up the 3rd. I'm going then to the 4th and connecting the 4th up to the 5th using the chromatic half step, which is the blue note, the flat 5. So we have all of that, and then we come back down with a backwards rake. So playing this note here at the 6th fret of the 2nd string, and this note here, this 8th fret on the 3rd string, with an upstroke, both of those with an upstroke. And now here's the 2nd measure. So we've got the 3rd, the 2nd, the root, major 7, flat 7, jumping up, and then the 6 and the 5, and over to the root. So the 2nd half is like that. So you put all that together, and you get this 2-note phrase that resolves to bar 5, to the E flat. So let me play that again over the track so you can hear what that sounds like again. So again, the first 2 bars are kind of, they can be anything. And then so that's the lick and where it lands. Now, once you have this chromatic stuff, you can do other things with it. You know, you can start on the 5th, or you can go up at first from the 5th. And it's actually one of my favorite moves, because you go up from the 5th to the 6th, the flat 7 to the root, and then chromatically to the 9, back to the 7 and the 5, and then you come down from the root chromatically, flat 7, 6, and then flat 6 to the 3rd, to the root, to the flat 7, and resolve to the 3rd of E flat. So, and that's cool because as you go down like this, you're implying this sound, which is like a B flat 7 with a flat 13, and that's going to resolve to the E flat like that. So I'll play that over the track too, and you can hear what that sounds like. So again, the first 2 bars are pretty open. Land like that. So that's just a couple of ways to use chromaticism. So start with the idea of that spot in the form, bars 3 and 4 resolving to bar 5. You want to play basically mixolydian, you want to chromaticize it, and you want to make sure that you resolve or land on the first beat of bar 5, the E flat, on one of the chord tones of the E flat chord, the root, or the 3rd preferably. Maybe the 5th would be cool too. So try that out. I hope those licks are fun to play around with, and you can find some other things to do with them yourself. So I'm David Hamburger. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.